up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Oshi no Go chapter 90. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, we saw the ugly side of the entertainment industry. Oh, yes, we did. And we're going to see what happens when you fuck with the wrong person. We're going to see the power of social media, which we have seen before in other series, but we're going to see it in Oshi no Go too. I'm excited for this. Let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. What exactly happened during this special cosplay episode? Level with me. How much can you really earn from erotic cosplay? And this chapter is titled Compliance. That's a little... Surely you're dating your photographer. I suppose some people do that. Have you ever had sex while in cosplay? Here we go. Dude, that's the questions they asked her? Ooh, I do not blame her for this. That's really, really sus. Why would you ask her these questions? Like, how much you earn for erotic cosplay? Maybe. But the other stuff, that's going too far. I mean, you should ask her, like, what got you into erotic cosplay? What's your favorite cosplay? Like, something like that. Not this. This is very, I don't blame her. Don't blame her for this. Yeah, Kitty. I know you don't blame her either. Here's what she said. I knew it. Television staff are utter filth. They totally look down on me because I'm in revealing cosplay. I accepted the offer because they said they're doing a segment on Tokyo Blade cosplay, but then they told us it's going to be original cosplay only the day before. I don't see them giving a speck of respect towards cosplayers at all. Do they not understand how difficult cosplay preparation is? I'm truly shocked. I'm thinking of suspending my cosplay activities for a while. I don't blame her. Everyone looks down on cosplayers no matter what. What is it with these types who act like big shots even though they're the ones asking for your help? Man, you poor thing. Television crews are disgusting. TV is dead. Oh, they looking at this. When will they stop acting like royalty? That's so disrespectful. I agree. I won't watch One Chance anymore. The age of television is over. These could have all been avoided if things were communicated properly. I agree. Those who can't even do so are just forever having their mess cleaned up after them. Is this a career for people with no common sense? I completely agree with this. But but it's not exactly the assistant director's fault. Mia-san, I would like to apologize wholeheartedly for our mismanagement during the shoot. Is it possible for you to take down that tweet? That's impossible. Do you know just how hurt I was? Just because I also do Arrow cosplay doesn't that mean that you can put aside the topic of cosplay and ask me those questions that border on sexual harassment without any proper warning. That I agree. I have my pride too, you know. I felt ill and had to leave my job. After pondering whether I should apply for welfare benefits, I started to do more revealing cosplay. And to be treated like that, we totally misjudged your comfort zone. But what I definitely can't back down on is the whole costume situation. You said you were doing a segment on Tokyo Blade, so I spent countless nights with with the help of a friend to complete my costume. And yet you could so casually decide to change your plans at such a short notice? All I did was send out a warning to my fellow cosplayers so as not to suffer a similar fate. I have absolutely no intention to delete the tweet. Good on her! Nissan, the higher up said that the cosplay episode will be temporarily put on hold. They should not release that episode. No. They should not. The television network will also be considering putting out an apology. You. Don't invite such troublesome girls to our shoots next time. She has zero professionalism going out, leaking insider information like that. People like her rely on creating drama for publicity. Are you fucking serious? Dude, he should be tweeting out what this motherfucker said. Rishibaru-san, your way of doing things won't fly anymore. In this day and age, compliance is king. Respect is an absolute necessity. So you're saying times have changed? Yeah, you're right. So what about it? Please out this bitch. Please. You do not want to get fucked. Rishibaru needs to be outed. You need to save your ass and out this motherfucker. You don't want to go down with this ship. What's the underlying concept for this program? Why did this internet TV station give this program the green light? Why would they hire a director like me who has a troubled past in this world where the list of things that get people canceled grows longer every day? We exist for the sake of pushing against the fine line of what can't be aired on terrestrial TV. Lack of ethics and interesting content are two sides of the same coin, but not something that... This is a different situation, okay? The more taboo the topic, the more people want to hear it. Content censorship and compliance are why television has become so boring. Not like, okay, there's a difference between what this motherfucker did and what he's saying. You don't ask somebody this shit. No, you do not ask someone about fucking their photographer or anything like that. No, that was so inappropriate. No. Especially an erotic cosplayer like this. No. It's something called professionalism and common decency, which you don't have. Of course, it would be good if we had someone who can produce stellar content despite the restrictions. But those geniuses ain't here. All we have instead is rehashed shit tier content. Whose fault is that? I was fully aware that I was flouting compliance and sexually harassing her, but I got a family to feed. I have no other choice. Motherfucker, out him. I don't even give a shit. I feel bad about the costume change. I too have worked through several nights for editing and the like. I'll take responsibility. Forgive me. I think that's the end for him. No one's gonna hire him anymore. I don't give a shit. Drag his ass. Drag him. I don't care. You do not want to go down with this ship. Old-timers like him don't have a future. I know, Kitty. I know. He's a piece of shit. Drag him. Don't go down with this. He is a piece of shit. Just what does TV mean? How many more years do I have to continue working as an assistant director? I'm always at the beck of... Sis should save your ass at this point. I'm always at the beck and call of the director and bound hand and foot by content regulators and sponsors' demands. I work like a slave and hardly get a break. Even if I were to become a director, there's only more suffering ahead. I'll never be free of it. That's not true. As you climb the ladder, surely you know how suspense dramas always have people dying by falling off a cliff? Have you ever wondered why they do it that way? If they die from drugs, pharmaceutical companies sponsoring the show would complain. Ooh, I know, Kitty. This is a good point. Ooh, if they die from drugs, pharmaceutical companies would sponsoring the show would complain. If they die by getting stabbed by a kitchen knife, no way. I don't believe that. Kitchen utensils companies would complain. And if they die in a car accident, car manufacturers would complain. I don't believe that. Nah. In the regards to the knives in the cars, nah. I don't believe that shit for a minute. No, because in dramas, if this is happening nowadays, that's fucking stupid. Because I've seen people die in car crashes. Usually, yeah, you usually don't show the emblem of the car. You see the car. I've seen people, mofos die in car crashes and get stabbed in dramas all the time. I don't know if it's happening in modern dramas, but in old dramas, it's been happening. It's still happening. I think it's still happening. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Consider, dude, you know what? Now that I think about it, it happens like in CSI and Criminal Minds. What are you talking about? Consider this, and drugs. It happens in like shows like Criminal Minds and CSI and Blue Bloods. What are you talking about? Consider this, consider that, consider everyone and their mom. I love this line. Thus, it was concluded the best way to die is the one that doesn't inconvenience anyone. How should we order the names of the cast members? In what order should we arrange the food? Breach of contract fines for this and that. It never ends. Oh, God, it's so true, though. Right, Kitty? Yeah. No, I've been having to, but I will say this, I've been having to deal with a lot of this stupidity. Oh, I love you so much for this. There's nothing but silly customs. There's no freedom for anything here. Ushibara-san is an unreasonable old man who abuses his power, and I think he's human garbage who can't communicate shit. I agree. But his content was definitely interesting. At least he's getting shit, not him. Uproar over sexual harassment of cosplayer by TV program director. Well, no shit's gonna make the news. Ah, it's making the news. I wonder what will happen to me. Maybe I'll get fired. Is something troubling you? I've got a fine proposal right here. Could you please give it a read? Will she be a lifeline? What plans can be seen within those eyes? Bitch, you should have just added. You should have added to the story. If he would have added to the fucking story and continued to drag his ass, he could have gotten some shit out of this. I know, Kitty, he's stupid for that, but he makes a fantastic point. Because I've been seeing this, and I think Aka said this for a reason. Because I've been seeing this more so in anime than in manga. But it's starting to happen in manga. It's as it's becoming more mainstream. And I get scared of now I'm getting scared of posting panels on Twitter. I am, because I think someone else posted it before I did. In regards to Lancelot and Jericho, because now people are calling Nakaba a pedo. It's like, what? Dude, it's just fiction. It is. And I know I have a couple of more chapters to do, and I gotta finish my article on Chainsaw Man. But I did a couple of interviews for Bounding into Comics on some with one fan translator and a couple of professional translators. And the one that's really gaining a lot of traction and really has brought out I don't know if it's just a coincidence or what. It's really brought out the worst in people. We've seen a lot of more antis. Is the one I did in the rise of lolly censorship. It's just insanity. People can't tell the difference between fiction and reality. And that's what's happening here. And I've been seeing more people like Shina on Itsushi for Made in Abyss and calling Itsushi a pedo. I'm like, can you motherfuckers not tell the difference between fiction and reality? It's just it is just drawings. They are just art. And what's scary, I was going to cover this a while ago when it happened, but I changed my mind. Now I'm kind of pissed I didn't. Is that Facebook and Instagram are targeting, I don't know if they're still doing it, but they were targeting classic works of art and taking it down, calling these paintings pornography. Yes, the same platforms that have Insta Thoughts are doing that. And I posted uncensored Ayakashi Triangle panels to make a point. um, about because of the summertime rendering censorship stuff, that Ayakashi Triangle is getting an uncensored release, and the characters there in that series are 16. So what's what's your freaking point? And those got marked as sensitive material. It's like, what the fuck? That's official art. This ain't fan art. It's official art, and you're gonna mark it as sensitive. And I appealed it, and it's still getting marked as sensitive. Official fucking art is getting marked as sensitive content. And this is Twitter, the same Twitter that allows fucking pornography. It makes no sense. I don't understand this. Why is this happening? I'm telling, trust me, I've got more stories coming. I'm working on more shit. And I'm gonna be exposed. Trust me, I'm exposing that summertime rendering stuff. But this chapter, it's not a lie. Compliance, this chapter is a different situation though. Yeah, I'm still not giving that fucking word power. I'm not giving that type of culture power. This is one of those situations. I know this motherfucker was trying to like blame that shit. No, what this motherfucker did was irresponsible. That was not just irresponsible, but it was unprofessional. You don't ask that kind of shit. There's a difference between professional and unprofessionalism and sexual harassment. If this happened in the States, that would be a different story. Especially like in California. Ooh, he's lucky he ain't getting sued. If this was happening in California, bitch would have gotten sued. He might get sued. I don't know. But as I said, if this was happening, if I was doing this, if I was doing this for Bounding into Comics, and I was doing this interview, which I actually kind of would, considering what's happening with Arrow content right now, I'd be asking, what got you into cosplay, what got you, if you're comfortable. I'd ask if they feel comfortable talking about it, but if what got them into Arrow cosplay, and if they're not comfortable with it, what's their favorite cosplay, talk about the process of cosplaying. Like, don't focus on the Arrow cosplay. This is supposed to be a commentary on cosplay. This could have been a very good opportunity to discuss a different sect of cosplay. It really could have been a very interesting topic to talk about. But he went too far. He did. Because Arrow cosplay is probably, he said it was taboo. Yeah, if it's taboo, you could have explored it and had a very interesting segment on it. And talk about the Arrow cosplay world. If it's really, if it's borderline pornography, then there you go. But in the terms of Arrow cosplay, I would have asked what they thought about what's going down on Twitch with these people that are claiming that they're cosplaying, in like the hot tub streams, for example, and what they thought of them. If they thought that was a mockery of cosplay. You see, like there's questions that could have been asked that are you would consider like taboo, and it would still work. Like, I ask questions that I try to ask questions that fit the subject, that are like not appropriate and that are not sexual harassment. You have to ask the person like what is okay and not okay to ask. Because you can't make the person you're interviewing feel uncomfortable. That's just common fucking sense. I don't even have a degree in journalism, and I know this. And and hell, I know how to conduct an interview. I've been doing interviews. I'm trying to get more interviews done. Trust me. If I can get more, if I can get more interviews done, whoa, I'm trying to get a few more interviews done. If I can get the ones that I'm working on done, ooh, more shit is gonna get exposed. But Aka, I love what you're doing with this. I keep telling people what series like Oshinoko and Hitman are doing is just so Hitman by Seo Koji do is really powerful because it gives you an insight on what's happening in the industry. Like with Hitman, showing what's going on, what gives a really good inside look on what's happening in the current manga to anime adaptation industry. Oh God, it does, and it really is really bad. It gives you like a look at two sides of it. Here we've seen live action adaptations, whether it be stage play or live action, which I think is really important, especially with all the live action adaptations we're seeing. And oh God, and now we're seeing what's going down on the TV side of things. And I know we're talking about, I don't like giving that type of shit power. I'm not gonna say the freaking type of culture, but yes, that's being discussed too. But I'm glad that assistant director ain't getting caught up in it as well to an extent, but he should have just said something. He could have really dragged his ass like he should. He said he was a slave to it. He could have emancipated himself from it by dragging that motherfucker. He really could have. By complying with it, he's enabling it. I'm kind of disappointed he didn't expose what was going on behind the scenes. Because if he would have done that, a change could have happened. For better or for worse, I don't know. But I'm really curious what you guys think. I think it could have been for the better. I really do. But a lot of the stuff he's talking about is happening. It is happening. And I know Akamatsu is fighting. He's fighting it. But I don't know if I would say it's happening. Well, the localizers of manga, if they have their way, it will happen. But there's a difference between the manga community and light novel community versus, say, the anime and video game communities. I'm going to keep saying it. The manga community and the light novel community, we don't tolerate this shit. Nah, we fight it. We go to the publishers. We are mobilizing like hell, especially in regards to like summertime rendering, for example. We are fighting this shit. I'm fighting this shit and doing what I can to expose this shit. In regards to I've gotten shit done. Accomplished thanks to writing about it, especially. The light novel community has gotten a lot of shit done, especially with like Mushoku Tensei, especially. And then there's what's going on with the anime community and video game community. Because the anime and video game community, they're just like they just consume content, and they are just Chainsaw Man is the best example of this. With Chainsaw Man, everyone's just so happy with it, blah blah blah, and I've been getting attacked for my opinion. I went on Twitter because I've been writing the article on Chainsaw Man, and I looked at Twitter in particular, and there's a lot of people that feel the same way that I do. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, thank God I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm not the only one that feels this way about what MAPPA is doing with Chainsaw Man and with their other anime. Thank God. It just is the MAPPA bros and anime onlys and normies that are feeling this way. And it's because of them that because they're settling for this shit that we're going to continue to be in this anime dark age. Because they just consume. It's the same thing with video games. A lot of them just settle for crap. And they don't fight against it. I have a high standard, so I fight against this shit. I don't tolerate it. I don't consume it. But the majority of people are not like me. So, and this is why manga is in a golden age. The mangaka don't draw horrible shit. Well, art is very subjective. But anyways. Ow! Ass cat. I know. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys thought of this chapter. I really like what Akka is doing with this. I think it's very, very important to talk about this. Especially right now with everything that's happening. And I covered what happened with Love Live recently. I think Akka and them, I think the mangaka are starting to notice what's going on. And I got a feeling we're going to get more chapters similar to this in terms of like underlying theme. And I won't be mad about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing. I want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more Oshinoko content. A few ways you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.